Well, we're hosting a quad meet with the idea of trying to take track and field back to its basics, where teams went head-to-head and you decided right there who was the best. We go to these large meets with 20, 25 teams. The team scoring kind of gets lost in the shuffle, and in many meets they don't score it because of Division I, II, and III schools competing together. It also, to me, should be an attraction to the student body because we're going to shorten the length of the meet. We should have everything finished in less than 3 hours. The student athletes themselves are going to see why they're important to the team, where they can help out, where they can get us a point or two. We've made it kind of an elite quad meet. We have Farmingdale, Lehman, and Stevens coming, and by being elite, we're only allowing 2 athletes from each school to compete. Everything's a final, and it should be a very good meet. And for the students on campus, it should be an enjoyable evening if they come out with us. There's no question that Abad Akhtar is a leader, both with what he does in the events, but the way he leads the kids through practice and that. Abad has been to nationals twice in cross country, and we're hoping that he's going to make it there this spring. Jimmy Codiani, Jr., has been a real steady influence with the distance runners. And Chris Collins has stepped up and become a good sprinter for us in the conference and is qualified for ECACs. And he's a great leader out there with the sprinters we have. The sprint area is one of our biggest weaknesses. This year, I think the throws also are lacking in depth, but the kids we have should be pretty good. The javelin particularly should be a very good event for us. The pole vault with Jose Ramos and Ryan Mazzio returning should give us some pretty good strength there. But Jim Osenenko gives us a solid performer in 3 events, and Jim's a good worker and should be able to really help us this year with that. The sprints, as always, is a place where we just keep hoping for help. And Sean Fitzgerald's come in and started to look good. Charlie Brown's been coming along. We'll just have to wait and see how everything breaks out. Oh, we had a nice group of freshmen come in this year in the distance runs. Mitch Berlin, Jim Rivers have done a real nice job for us as freshmen. Pedro Gonzalez, a transfer from Wisconsin, has been doing a nice job for us. I have a kid named Corey Smith who's a thrower. We haven't had a chance to see what Corey can do yet, but we're hoping he's going to be able to help us. And Rick Villanova, who has already vaulted 15 feet plus, coming in from Mount St. Mary's, Montclair, so to speak. He can be a definite factor if he can work out his academic schedule so he can practice. There's no question that the sprints are always a problem for us, and we have picked up a couple kids. We're not sure what they're going to be able to do yet. As it always is with freshman sprinters, you're not real sure until you see them on the track. That was a glaring hole and has been a glaring hole over the years for us. Chris Collins, with his practice ethics, is really going to help us there, I think, more than anything else. And we are seeing some improvement. Kid Sean Fitzgerald is a transfer student from Mount St. Mary's. He's been looking pretty good for us so far. Charlie Brown, who's been with us, but we moved him a little bit event-wise, looks like he's going to come into his own this year. Well, excuse me, this is my 15th year here at Stockton. I think Stockton's a great place for the kids to be athletes because all the coaches provide very competitive schedules for their athletes, so they get a chance to go against the very best that we can put them against. In track and field, we have a real plus in the fact that we're able to compete against the D1 schools and not get beat up, so to speak. The other thing is that I think overall the faculty is very supportive of the individuals, the students themselves, and that's a carryover through the whole student body, and that's got to be a positive thing no matter what group you're involved with or what you're doing. I think the faculty really cares here.